breaking news regarding COVID. LA County will once again require people to wear masks whenever they're indoors.
Masks are coming back.
I just threw all my masks away. Just kidding. I got a whole bag full of them in my car, ready to go when needed. But as for Disneyland, will they? We're going to update you on the new mask mandate from LA County, how it got started, what will its effect be on Disneyland. We're going to talk about all that and more next on Fresh Baked. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Baked. I'm your host, David, and I am here to give you a little bit of break, hopefully, from some of that hysteria that surrounds this new mask mandate. Long story short, this has no effect whatsoever on Disneyland. Not today anyway, but things could change if things get dramatically and drastically worse in the coming weeks or months. But let's talk a bit about what's happening in LA County. Through spring, stats were great. 7-day averages in the 200 range for new cases. This is obviously in contrast, look at that big old, in contrast to the number over 10,000 over those winter months. But as the summer has worn on, those 7-day averages have started to increase, hitting more than 1,000 on the 14th, which basically triggered the new mask mandate from LA County. At present, this mask mandate that we're talking about requires everyone to wear a mask indoors, whether or not they have been vaccinated. Other than that, there are no other restrictions. There's no restrictions at all, really. This is just a requirement to wear masks. Restaurants aren't closed. There's no reduction in capacity or anything like that. You just have to wear a mask indoors. So when it comes to Disneyland, there would be no effect at all on its operations as it stands. That is, if it were in LA County. Disneyland, however, is in Orange County, where the story is completely different. It's not subject to whatever LA County is doing. The Orange County is not, they don't have to follow LA County. This is not a state mandate. This is not something that's coming from Governor Newsom. This is just LA County doing their thing. But two, the numbers don't even support that kind of decision anyway. Let's look at that same graph. A whole lot of zeros during these summer days. I mean, spring was great. Summer's still going well, except for that weird 1,200 case day on July 13th. That's some weird reporting. That's weird. 0, 0, 0, 1,200, 0. That doesn't make sense at all. But anyway, I'm not going to argue. But if the stats from LA are driving this mandate decision where the 7-day average is over 1,000, then we should be fine with OC averages in the 200s. But again, there's no reason to assume that Orange County would make the same kind of decision, even if the numbers that we just saw were approaching the 1,000 case per day averages that they're seeing in LA right now, especially when you consider that it wasn't that long ago when we were wishing we could be in the 1,000 case range. We were ready for the 1,000 case range. Those numbers don't even get to the point where you start to shut things down. Now, as far as Disney goes, they will follow whatever guidance is given to them by whomever it is whose guidance they need to follow. That is to say, the state or Orange County. Now, having said that, Orange County, I don't expect that to happen. I don't expect Orange County to make the same kind of move that LA did for two reasons. Again, one, the numbers don't support that, but two, Orange County has already proven that they are leaning on the side of keeping things going, less restrictions, not more. And interestingly, it doesn't seem like LA County is really all that hot about, following these guidelines either, at least not if you ask the LA County Sheriff. On Friday, LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva said that department resources will not be used to enforce the mask order. Per Villanueva, forcing the vaccinated to wear masks indoors is not backed by science and contradicts the position of the CDC. That is, that those who are fully vaccinated don't have to wear a mask anywhere. And that is where I'm sort of leaning when it comes to trying to predict the future as it pertains to Orange County or Disneyland. I just don't see this getting any further than wearing a mask. That's the worst case scenario. Nothing will close. There will be no restrictions of any kind, not unless we get into those levels where it's like 10,000 cases per day, that kind of thing. That would be the only scenario where I see they regress. I just feel like most have moved on. They're going through it, not around it. Once we've opened up things to the levels that we're open at now, it would be very difficult to get the populace to buy in to any sort of, regression back to the old restrictive standards. Very difficult. Keep in mind, what I'm saying here is just what I perceive to be happening, what I perceive to be the possible or the likely future from an objective point of view. Worst case scenario, we have to wear masks indoors, and possibly I think that they would work it out where it's, again, only those that are unvaccinated, which is basically where we are right now. That's as restrictive as things are going to get, and it's not going to happen, not likely to happen in Orange County or at Disneyland. What is happening at Disneyland, what we are experiencing right now, what you can see with our eyes, is a progressive and ongoing escalation of things inside the park. Each day and week, the park is getting more open, more attractions, more restaurants, more cast, more guests. That's where we're at right now. So stay tuned to Fresh Baked as we'll be following both sides of this story. Whether or not cases are increasing either in LA or in Orange County, and what that effect might be on Disneyland, and then how Disney is progressing with its reopening in response to any of that. The thing that we're going to be watching most right now, most closely, is any perceived increases in capacity. It's my understanding right now that things haven't even reached 50% yet. So keep watching here on Fresh Baked and on our other channel, Fresh Baked Presents, where we have some of our smaller stories there. And then follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked, on Twitter at FreshBakedDisney, that's fresh with no E, and on TikTok at FreshBakedDisney.com. And if you enjoy our show and want to show your support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/FreshBaked. And until next time, be safe out there, everybody. Be kind to one another. And Fresh Baked. While we're in Critter Country, let's check out Splash Mountain. The app says it's 75 minutes. I would show you, but I didn't take a picture. But the app says 75 minutes, but anybody who's been to Splash Mountain can tell you if the queue is ending right here. That's the end of the queue right there. If the queue is ending here, that's maybe another 30 or 40 minutes. Even if you go use the whole queue. And you can see it's about what it used to be, or usually is. They're probably going to move right into those, through those doors up there. This is not a 75-minute queue. This is 40 minutes tops. The world makes literally no sense. All I did was go ride Winnie the Pooh in the 100-acre wood, and everybody shows up, including these muffins right here. Hey guys, I have no idea what to make of this. This is so perplexing. It just goes to show you that we have no idea what we're talking about, and we're just guessing a lot of times. You know, it's like watching guys predict football games or something. They have no idea. I would have bet my life that, you know, that, and now here it is. Now that could be 75 minutes because you've already, jeez Louise. It goes all the way back, plus you got to switch back. I just don't understand what is happening. It's so perplexing. If there's anybody out there that's good at counting heads, hi guys, I would like to know. This went from zero. It went from zero where you enter Splash Mountain up there. It went from nothing to, I don't even know, what is that, 6,000, 7,000 people? I don't know. I don't even know how far back this goes. We could follow this. Let's go on an adventure, Fresh Baked. Let's see what we can find out. What happened? Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is the wait for Splash Mountain. This is 75 minutes. The ride was down. It closed. You remember, if you were watching our live stream from Friday, then you'll know that the ride was closed for a bit. And it was up and running when I was shooting that. There were people there, but it hadn't fully clicked with the Disneyland populace yet. And and in the coming minutes, in the time it took me to ride Winnie the Pooh, people saw on the app that it was back up again. It jumped in, because this is what Splash should be like on a Friday afternoon or evening on a warm day. Look at that, man, it's just quintuplified.